Welcome to Matt Loves Eurovision. It's my Eurovision 2022 Top 40 Rankings countdown. It's place number 23, Spain, Chanel and SloMo. Please do click on the subscribe button, ring that notification bell and like, share and comment below. Now I come to what is possibly the most challenging and controversial of my placings this year. Particularly given that Spain and Chanel are riding very, very high in a lot of the fan polls that are going on at the moment, and also creeping up in the betting odds. They're in the top 5 in the betting odds, and Chanel's really become an icon for many for Eurofans. So I do appreciate it's a risk not putting a heavily stand entry near the top of my own personal rankings, but I will say this is not a low placing. Particularly given there's so many good songs. 23 out of 40 is still a really, good good placing, and I do like the majority of the songs. So there's no disrespect for the position. So with all this said, will the hype that we've got around Spain this year lead to a great result for them? So unlike we had internal selections for Spain the last couple of years, but this year there was a national final. Brought back again a different format and different name, Benidorm Fest. Cue much drama in the final. Another song got something ridiculous, like 70% of the public vote, and SloMo only got around 4% of the public vote, but it did win the jury vote, and that was enough for it to win. There was a lot of unhappiness at the time, a lot of nastiness on social media, unnecessary again. But the song and the artist have gone on to be a huge favourite with the wider fandom, and I think the Spanish fans have embraced Chanel now as well. She's actually Cuban Spanish, and the songwriting team behind SloMo was actually largely US based or from the US. Apparently, now I'm not sure if this is exactly true, but it was written for J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, and she didn't take it. But that's probably why this does have a very Western Hemisphere Latin pop feel to it. Now, the song itself, in my personal view, is nothing that special. I've heard some other Spanish-flavoured up-tempo pop that I much prefer to this, if I'm perfectly honest. And it does feel like it's been imported from Florida rather than being grown in Spain. What brings this to life, though, and to be honest, the music video that Chanel did doesn't really do this justice. It's more in the live performances, but it's those, it's her performance and persona and the dance and all of that is what really brings it to life, and I think is what sells it for people. It's that dance break, that main dance break, and the standout dance routine really does it for a lot of people. And so it's definitely got the Yas Queen Brigade very excited. But I have to say, to be fair, the appeal does seem to be much broader than that, given the fan polls. And there are signs, and there are some signs that this is the sort of entry and performance that will appeal outside of the fandom. Always important for when getting the public vote. I do think this will probably mean that Spain will get one of its best results since 2014. I have to say, at the moment, I can't necessarily see this necessarily as a winner, but it's not impossible. It's all going to be down to how much the juries pick this up, because I think it will get a good or very good public vote. I'm just not sure where the juries will land on this. Obviously I'm not quite on board with all the bandwagon, but I do acknowledge the kind of the performance, and I think it is a very listenable track as well. I just think that the performance and the dance routines and stuff tends to mask what is not a fairly average song and average vocal. But at Eurovision, sometimes that spectacle and the performance and that conveying of that is enough to get you a really good result. So I wish Chanel all the best, and it's certainly be nice to see Spain doing well after, like the UK, many of the years of not doing so well.